Welcome to Joy of Business Radio, hosted by Joy of Business facilitators from around the world, with special shows from Simone Milasas, the founder and creator of Joy of Business. Are you bored or dissatisfied with your work or business? Joy of Business is an invitation to a completely new way of creating. Did you know your business and job can actually be fun and joyful? If what you are currently doing isn't working for you, listen into this show full of pragmatic tools from Access Consciousness, which change everything in business, from money to finance, staff, creativity, productivity, communication, and beyond. Joy of Business Radio, weekly on OMTimes Radio.
Hello, and welcome to Joy of Business on OMTimes Radio. This is Devarati Angela Sammon, your Joy of Business Facilitator, host for today. I will be covering today how to invite and bring more joy and laughter in your business with some of the practice I use during the day. I'll be going through an example of practices I use, from waking up to going to sleep. I am so excited to be here. What if you can have fun in business? And on this radio show, too. My background has been in working as a chartered accountant, so I have the logic part of the brain. I also am a designer and make jewellery, so I have the creative side, and been teaching meditation and access consciousness for a while. So I have the consciousness side to play with, and I'm so very grateful for how these tools have assisted me to have more ease and fun and bring in even more possibilities while even using my logic side of the brain. How's about that? I would also like to let you know of the Joy Business Book Club. Some of the Joy Business facilitators will be live during the book club talks on Zoom. And you can join us at www.accessjoyofbusiness.com/book club. That's www.accessjoyofbusiness.com/book club. Come and join us. We've been having lots of fun. So, when I wake up in the morning, there's times that I experience a lot of joy. And there's times that it's like my mind's grinding on something. I'm picking up an energy in the area. It's like whether it's to-do lists. And I'll start with saying the Access mantra, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Now check in to see, how you are right now. And then let's play with saying it 10 times. And see what happens. So all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. And all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. And check in right now, what is your experience like right now? Is there a change? Is it the same? Do you feel more expansive? You just check in to see what your experience is. For me, usually by the third or fourth, I notice a difference in my energy. It's like I've let go of whatever the mind's been grinding on or obsessing about or whatever it is, whatever energy is going on, it changes by using this particular Access mantra. And it's good to use it, if you can, 10 times in the morning and 10 times before going to bed. It's been an amazing tool for me to start my day. And then after I do that, I check in to see, are my barriers still up? Am I still kind of having a bit of walls up? And if I do, then I'll just say barriers down, barriers down, barriers down. And the reason I like this particular exercise is it allows me to have my barriers down, and it allows me to receive even more from my universe, from my surroundings. And it also allows me to be more aware of what is right now. And then another tool I use is expand out. And so if you'd like to do this exercise with me, and if you're sitting and you're not driving, just be aware of your body. Be aware of the outer edges of your body. And then from there, expand out to the 8 corners of the room. So that's above your body, below your body, to the right of your body, to the left of your body. Just expand out. And expand out to the edges of the room. And allow yourself to expand out even more to those edges of the room. And then even more. And then from there, expand out to the sides of your city. And expand out to the size of your state or province. Expand out as big as your country. Expand out as big as the earth. And then expand out 100 times the size of the earth. And then 100 times that, and 100 times that. And 1,000 times that. And 1,000 times 1,000 times that. Keep expanding out to the universe and beyond. I like using this one because it assists my body to have more space and assists me to have more awareness. And I also use this one with a little bit of a tweak, is as I expand it out, I turn around and look back towards my body and maybe pick a cell that is in the midst of pain. There was a time that I used to have a lot of back pain, and this particular technique has assisted me many times over. While sitting in my chair working, while sitting in the chair, running access bars or body processes. It's been an amazing tool for me to use to change. And so as I'm expanding out into the universe, turning back and looking at one cell within that pain and turning that 180 degrees. And then turning it 180 degrees some more. And maybe picking another cell in the midst of that pain and turning that 180 degrees and 180 degrees some more. Now, this technique can also be used if there's something in your life or your business or relationships that you'd like to change. As you were looking back towards your body, maybe there's something in your life you'd like to change, so be aware of that. And then pick one cell within that and turn that 180 degrees. And turn that 180 degrees. And turn that 180 degrees. And maybe pick another cell within that and turn that 180 degrees. And that 180 degrees. Are you noticing a difference? Is there more space? Less space? For me, I tend to experience more space. And I've noticed, like, by turning that one cell, it's like you are changing that one cell. And so the cells around it need to change also to be able to function with it. And so it's a way to start creating more change in your life, in your business. And the next one I love is what I call an energy pole. And there's different ways that you can use energy poles. One of the ways I like to use it is to bring more joy and laughter in my life. So we talked about earlier, it's like, would you like more joy and laughter in your business? I would like more joy and laughter because there's more joy and laughter. But I also would like more joy and laughter is because money follows joy. And so I would like more joy. But if you go to a party and everyone's like, they're criticizing, judging, there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with someone else, is that a party that you'd like to go to? Or would you rather go to a party that people are having fun, they're experiencing joy, they're in laughter? Those are the kind of parties I like to go to because I love to laugh. And for me, the more I laugh, the more there's joy. The more there's joy, the more I laugh. And so would you like that in your business, in your life? And so let's do an energy poll. So take some instance in which you did experience joy and laughter in your life. Now, where there's an ease in experiencing this joy and laughter. And put it in front of you like it is a ball. Pull all the energy of the universe into it. Like you pull. Just having the intent to. Just even saying pull. Just pulling that energy from the universe into that ball of that experience of joy and laughter. You pull and you pull and you pull. And when you notice you're starting to fill up, you're starting to experience more of a lightness, start to trickle it back to everyone who can assist you in finding that experience of joy and laughter. To all circumstances that can assist you in finding it. To everyone who can help you, inspire you, assist you to have a different point of view. Anything that will be of assistance to you getting back to that experience of joy and laughter. And then trickle back out again. And pull, and pull, and pull. And trickle back out again. And pull. So I'll leave you with that for now. We're coming into a commercial. And I'll see you after that.
No one needs to have a money problem, especially you.
Yeah, did you hear that? You. You have an unlimited and mostly unaccessed capacity to create money and a financial reality that works for you. Simone Milasas has a brand new book. It's called Getting Out of Debt Joyfully. And right now, when you go to gettingoutofdebtjoyfully.com, if you pre-order the book, you'll get a free online course. What if you can create money in ways no one else can? Just go to gettingoutofdebtjoyfully.com to get your copy today.
Host your show on IOM-FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM-FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Aloha, my name is Jennifer O'Neill, and I'd like to invite you to come join me every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time for my show, Spirit Chat. Spirit Chat focuses on simplifying the process of using the spiritual tools and gifts you were born with in a way that fits into your everyday life. I also teach different techniques that will help you learn how to navigate the spirit realm and empower you on your own spiritual journey. So join me this Wednesday as I guide you through the spirit world.
The number one reason girls drop out of school in sub-Saharan Africa is lack of access to feminine hygiene products. The Pads for Schoolgirls Project, an outreach of Humanity Healing International, is changing this paradigm by setting up sewing programs at schools, teaching girls a vocational skill, while producing the reusable pads that help keep them attending classes. The girls pay it forward by making and giving pad kits to other girls in need. To learn more, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is. The cutting edge of conscious radio, OMTimes Radio, IOM FM.
Hello, and welcome back to Joy of Business on OMTimes Radio with your host, Devarati Angela Sammon. So before the break, I left you with ending with the energy ball to bring in more joy and laughter into your life and your living. So how'd that go for you? You know, what is your experience like right now? And so that experience of you're experiencing, you know, more joy, more laughter, that energy that you're experiencing, just be aware of that. And then be aware as you go through your day, you go through, you know, working with your business, be aware of energies that match that energy that you just experienced. And then say yes to them. And the more you say yes to them, the more the joy and the laughter will come into your life. Now, some people, you know, depending on whether you are experiencing more joy or laughter, some people, they're not comfortable with experiencing joy and laughter. Now, when I was younger, it was, if I was kind of laughing too much or experiencing so much joy, I was kind of told to go in a different room. And so, you know, there's times that I used to think, well, it wasn't okay to experience joy or to express joy. Or I can have a big smile on my face and what are you smiling about? You know, so whatever that brings up for you, are you willing to kind of just join and create the decisions you've made not to allow yourself to experience that joy and that laughter? And that energy that comes up, you know, are you willing to allow yourself to destroy and uncreate all those decisions? One of the ways to clear it would be to say, yes, I destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine pop, shorts, words, beyond. And the question of, when you ask a question, it's like it brings up the energy to be cleared. And the clearing statement, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine pop, shorts, words, beyond, it's like a wand going to the place where you've made the decision that you can't have that experience of joy and laughter. And if you'd like to have more information about the clearing statement, you can go to theclearingstatement.com, and there's a video there and information to explain more about what the clearing statement is all about. I like using the clearing statement because it does go to the root of what has created points of view that's running my life that I'm not aware of what was running my life. And even recently, I noticed I had gone swimming, and I'm in the pool, and I'm kind of doing laps and doing some using the pool weights and using different things, and I had this big grin on my face, and looking at the people in the pool, they just weren't so happy themselves. And I noticed part of me wanted to kind of constrict to match that, and I went, nah, I'm not doing that. I make a different choice. I allow myself to experience the joy I be. And maybe there's times in your life that, you don't allow yourself to experience that joy. And so what would it take for you to allow yourself to experience that joy? Maybe it's a clearance statement. Where have I made the decision to not experience that joy? Are you willing to destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pock, shorts, boys, beyonds. Or you can just make a choice to be joyful. I start to laugh, and then therefore I am more joyful. So you can kind of start laughing. Which is easy for me to do now. It wasn't before. So where in your life can you allow yourself, be willing to experience more joy, to experience more laughter? Another tool as I'm waking up in the morning, I will start to ask questions. And I ask questions, come to open up to more possibilities. Maybe to unlock things that I've unlocked. One of the questions I like to ask, hey body, how do you want to move today? Hey body, what do you want to wear today? Hey body, what do you want to eat? And there's times when I ask, well, how do you want to move today? It could be yoga, or it could be going for a swim, as I mentioned earlier. It's just checking in to see what the body would like, to bring the body along on the journey with your business, with your living. Because the thing is, it's the body that needs the money. It's the body that requires the money. And so, we're in business to make money for the body. We're in business to make money, maybe to increase consciousness on the planet. And so it's good to bring the body along on the journey in consciousness. Another reason why I like to use questions is that a question always empowers, and an answer disempowers. An answer, a conclusion, can cause constriction. It solidifies in your body, and it doesn't tend to allow for more possibility to happen. Or maybe for now, if you, think of a judgment that you have or a conclusion that you come to, or what you think is right. And being aware of what's going on in your body. What is your experience like when you have this judgment or conclusion? For me, it tends to be a constriction. Now, ask yourself a question. What else is possible could be a question that you can ask. Now, what else is possible? And what is your experience like with that? And what else is possible? I love using this one. It's another tool to open you up to see what's possible. There was a time I was accepted in the Toronto Outdoor Art Exhibition in Toronto, and it's an outdoor activity. And I was going to be showing my jewelry designs, and they're in sterling silver and gold. And the way they split up the outside part was there was 10 by 10 and 5 by 20s. And so where there was 10 by 10, I could set up a tent. And where there was a 5 by 20, I couldn't. And when I was sent the email indicating where I was located, it was a 5 by 20. I went, okay, what happens if it rained? It wasn't a location that I was kind of too happy about. So I emailed back and asked is there a way I can have a 10 by 10? I'm selling jewelry and I'd like to have a cover for it. And the email I got back, well, you have a 5 by 20. You can't have a tent in that location. I went, oh, yeah, that's interesting. And so I emailed back and said, what else is possible? I sent the email. Within minutes, I got an email back saying, oh, I had a cancellation. I have a place at 10 by 10 for you. So instead of kind of doing battle with the guy, I just went, what else is possible? And notice I got what I was looking for, a 10 by 10 tent. And so try that out in life, where you maybe would like to see more, experience more in your business. What else is possible? Because I discovered is when I come to a conclusion about something, that's the end. That's where it is. That's the limitation. It's not going to go any further. If I can say what else is possible, then more comes to my business. More ideas. The energy of what more is shows up. So I can ask more questions, make more choices, take more actions. And what else is possible? And the more you can be in the question, the more you do open up to more possibilities. And when there's more possibilities, I feel expanded. And in that expansion, I get to experience more joy. When I experience more joy, I get to experience more laughter. And then I experience more laughter, and then I get to experience more joy. What else is possible? When you ask yourself a question like, what's right about this I'm not getting, it opens the door to the awareness of the power to realize there's not a wrongness of me. It's like, what's right about this I'm not getting? It's not I'm wrong. It's like, okay, my choices that I've made is what's creating what's in front of me. And so when you ask a question about your business or your life, the knowing comes up either by words, information, pictures, or energy. So what's right about this that you're not getting? What's right about something that you'd like to change in your life that you're not getting?
Have you ever wondered how to change your love paradigm? The secret key is finding a love partnership, not just a regular connection. How do you find these? Through conscious relationships. Ascending Hearts Dating is a dating site for people like you that believes in second chances and a different type of spiritual connection. Try Ascending Hearts for free today at ascendinghearts.com and change your love paradigm. Ascending Hearts, the premier dating community for the spiritually awake.
Tune in to the Practical Intuitive, Mind, Body, Spirit for the Real World with me, host Robin Fritz, Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern. I'll cover personal and business intuition, animal communication, mediumship, space clearing, past life regression, shamanic insights, energy healing, soul choice, and more, all to help you tap your own intuitive and healing skills. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Host your show on IOM-FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM-FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Putting the fun back in business. Wake up, go to work, come home, watch TV, go to bed, repeat. Business, work, your job, hate it, bored, want to leave it? Or business, work, your job, fun, play, joy, fun. Which would you like to choose? You may not know this, but business, your job, work can actually be fun. Shake up your business routine. Check out my 3-part free video series on putting the fun back in business. Go to accessjoybusiness.com/fun and put the fun back in business.
Connecting you with the best of the conscious minds in the world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Welcome back to the Joy of Business on OMTimes Radio with Devarati Angela Sammon, your Joy of Business Facilitator host. So I left you with a question. What's right about this that I'm not getting? Whenever that brings up for you, if there's any resistance to it, whatever that energy is, are you willing to destroy it and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, talk, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Another question I like to use is, who does this belong to? Because 99% of the things that are coming through you is not even yours. And yet, we've identified with it for so long. That grinding I talked about in the morning, another tool I could have used there is like, who does this belong to? It's because I'm aware of what's going on in my surroundings and in the world. And using the who does this belong to, and again, who does this belong to, and then who does this belong to, helps to clear the energy, lighten the energy for me. What about you? What if you use who does this belong to? What's your experience? Is it the same? Do you feel expanded? Is there any difference? This question is a great question to use throughout the day. Is where we've taken on, identified that, yes, this belongs to me, and I must change it. Or, you want to fix it, we pick up a wrongness. But who does this belong to? Or you kind of walk through, a grocery store, and all of a sudden you might have all these desires for some foods. And it's like, for me, it's easy. If I've never had that desire before, it's like, okay, who does this belong to? And then some of the more subtle ones that I'm used to believing it's me, I don't necessarily catch it right away. And then when I do, it's like, who does this belong to? Well, it's not even mine to begin with. You can use that with eating food, with working out, moving the body. And you can use that in business. Who does this belong to? It's like, what does business mean to you? And who does that belong to? What does business mean to you? And who does that belong to? What does joy and laughter mean to you? And who does that belong to? What does money mean to you? And who does that belong to? Just play with it and see what happens. If there's a lightness there, it doesn't belong to you. And so you can make a different choice. I love using these questions. Who does this belong to? What else is possible? I get to let go of things that are not even mine and then make choices for what I would like to create right now. Not what everyone else told me to create. Not what my parents told me to create. Not what my teachers told me to create. And not what my ancestors told me to create. I get to make choices for me right now. I get to make choices in my business to reflect who I am as a being and not reflect everyone else's. I so loved it when I got to see that I can be me in business. Because really, who do people connect with? You know, what do people connect with in your business? They connect with your passion. They connect with who you are, your joy, your laughter. Remember, money follows joy? Well, people follow the joy too. So I have a few more questions for you. If I was truly being me, who would I be? If I was truly being me, what would have me smile and laugh? If I was truly being me, what can I choose? If I was truly being me, what would I enjoy asking for? So everything that I'm not willing to be, that would allow me to receive, are you willing to destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. If you function from your infinite being, then your infinite being has a choice. Your infinite being has a question, has an infinite possibility, has an infinite contribution. So I like the one is, if I truly being me, what would have me smile and laugh? And that's leading back to where we did the energy pool, is moments that you experience joy and laughter. You know, pulling that into this ball, trickling it out, pulling that in, and trickling that out. And being aware of that energy, of what brings you joy and laughter. And when it comes into your awareness, choose for that. And then there's more joy and laughter. There's more fun in life. What can I choose today that I have more fun in life? What can I choose today to have more laughter in my life? What action can I take today that would have more joy and laughter in your life? What is fun for you? I mean, one of the things that's fun for me is dancing. You know, and in that dancing, I experience like joy and fun and expression, bodies moving with expression. And experiencing that joy and laughter. But I get to bring that also into my business. You know, what else is possible? How can I have even more fun? Another morning question I like to play with is, who am I today and what grand and glorious adventures will I have? Okay, who am I today and what grand and glorious adventures will I have? Who or what can I add to my life that would be fun? What contribution to my life and my business can I be today? What contribution can I be to consciousness today? What energy can I be today that would contribute to my phenomenal living? What choice can I make to bring me more joy today? And what question can you ask to assist you to have more joy and laughter in your life? What choices can you make today? What action can you make today? And speaking of actions, there was one question I played with a month ago. It was coming through a call I did, and I was at the 7-day in Costa Rica and in October. And the question was, what 3 things can I do right away to generate business and money flow right away? So what 3 things can I do right away to generate business and money flows right away? And if there's kind of a resistance to some of those three things, or one of those things, so whatever that brings up or puts down, are you willing to destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And so one of the things that came to mind for me was to make an announcement, before class started, to invite people to come and do Symphony of Possibility sessions. So I started it. I thought, okay, being me, I love to laugh. And so I asked, who here is enjoying my laughter? Right? And they all started laughing, and I laughed too. And so then the invitation was, would you like to have a session with who I be? The joy, the presence I be. And as my day went on, people asked me questions about the Symphony of Possibilities. And what was I actually selling was the jewelry that I brought with me. It's like I was wearing it, I sold it. I was wearing it, I sold it. People wanted to see what I had. It was so interesting. For the next 24 hours, people were asking me for the jewelry I brought, and people were buying. And so even though, my question was about asking if they would like a Symphony of Possibilities session, people were wanting to experience me through my jewelry designs. And so when we ask questions, it doesn't have to be linear. So when you ask a question, and via that question, be curious and ask questions, then you get to allow more possibilities to show up. And then you get to have more choices that you can make. And then there's more possibilities. And you can take action. And then there's more possibilities. And so it doesn't have to be linear. I was just so amazed and reminded of that. Now, what else is possible? Another thing is being a jeweler. There's times I'm down in my workshop, and I ask, okay, what do I add to my business today? And the answer I might get, okay, it's time to work in the workshop. And for example, I may have a ring in front of me that is requiring some repair, and I'll look at it and ask, what else is possible or what's next. And so we're heading to a commercial. And so what's next for you? And we'll see you after the commercial.
What do you hate about business? And do you want to change it? If you don't want to change anything about your job or business, stop listening. You're all good. If you'd like to have money just for the fun of it and stop the negative self-talk, check out Joy of Business. This is about knowing what you know about business and creating more than you can imagine. Access Joy of Business 101 classes offered around the world. Go to accessjoyofbusiness.com/101.
As difficult as it is to believe, there are places in Africa where human traffickers sell albino children and their body parts for use in magic rituals. Humanity Healing International is actively working in Uganda to change this paradigm. The Albino Rescue Project finds albino children who are at risk and places them in safe schools and environments where they can learn and grow free from fear. To learn more or to sponsor a child, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is. Are you trying to get from point A to point B and need a little advice? Connect with the counselors at OMTimes Advisors. Whether you're looking for a life coach or a spiritual intuitive, the advisors participating at advisors.omtimes.com were carefully chosen based on their gifts, skills, and professionalism. OMTimes Advisors, connecting you with the best advisors in the business.
Hello, I'm Lisa Berry. Join me every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Light on Living, a chance to see new, hear different, and feel more as I shine the spotlight on all the ways to lighten the load of life's challenges. Light on Living is your link to that new way you're looking for, that new understanding that will enhance your life, and that positive connection that will support your growth. So join me, and you'll gain insight and start to see things in a new way that motivates you.
Your conscious connection to a more mindful world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Welcome back to Joy Business on OMTimes Radio with Devarati Angela Sammon. So before the break, we talked about what is next. And so, for example, if you have like a project that you're working on, maybe that's what your next is, for example, for me, be working with a ring. It needs repairs, it needs more prongs. And so I'm looking at the ring, and I say, okay, what's next? What's needed here? And one ring that's coming to mind is it has kind of some wings and looking like, okay, this is going to be needed protecting, when I apply heat to solder the prongs on. So, okay, what do I need for that? Well, I'll put some heat shield on that. And so, like, asking the what's next, I'm amazed at what comes. There's times I'm working on something that I haven't worked on in a long time, and the magic that shows up is what next? What else can I do with it? How can I design it even better? How much solder do I need? How much flux do I need? How do I position the piece to repair it? What tip do I need? Size tip? What size flame do I need to use? And it's this going through and being with the piece, just the answers come, or the energy of it comes, or I'm noticing I'm moving, with right after the question. And so another question could be, what's next? There's times that you may experience in your day or your life that you're not sure what's next. It could be like so much space, and it's like, okay, I don't know what's next. And I find what keeps the movement, keeps the action happening is by asking, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? It's like you can be aware of your business right now, all the different aspects of your business. What is next? What projects desire my attention today? How can I make this fun? Sometimes there might be some projects that you're not liking. Well, how can I do this with fun and joy and ease? How can I make this fun? And there's times when I'm working with that ring, there'll be ideas come up with for some designs. And so what I do is I write down my ideas in a book. It's writing them down. Sometimes they're meant to be done now, and sometimes not. And so I'll ask, is this the time? Is this to be done now or later? Will this expand what I'd like to create in my life? Who does this task belong to? Is it mine? What would be most generative for me right now? So by asking the question, it shows you an energy. And when you follow the energy, business and magic happens. So it's okay to write things down. When you have a to-do list and you have ideas, it doesn't mean you need to go do them right away. Just in writing it down, it could be a method to help clear your mind. And then you can go through them and say, okay, what would I like to happen right now? Again, is this the time? What else is possible? What would it take for me to have more of this that's quicker and faster? What question can I be that if I be it would create more change and awareness for me? So as I talked about at the beginning, I just would like to remind you that we are having a Joy Business Book Club with the Joy Business Facilitators. That will be live, so you can join us and ask questions. And to join the book club is www.accessjoyofbusiness.com/book club. That's www.accessjoyofbusiness.com/book club. We'd love to see you. You know, they're at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on a Thursday. And so we'll be running through the different chapters on the Joy Business. And if you follow that link, there's also a link for, you know, where you can buy the book. It can also be purchased. The Joy Business book could be purchased on Amazon, could be on the Access Consciousness site, could be through the Joy Business website. So if you're interested in joining us, please do so. It is lots of fun. So in summary, we talked about using the mantra, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. We talked about expanding out, using it to expand out to have more space for your body, turning back and turning a cell, maybe to change a pain, what's going on in your body. Turning back a cell is something that you'd like to change in your life, your business, your being. How can you bring more joy in your business? I talked about being in the question, asking questions, what else is possible, who does this belong to? What can I add to my business and my living that would bring more fun? We talked about the energy pools. You know, and again, to remember, it's like this particular energy pool we're talking about today is being aware of joy and laughter and pulling in and pulling in and pulling in and trickling out so people can discover you, can locate you. So you can be aware of that energy, excuse me, when it shows up in your world, that you can say yes to it. So I'd like to leave you with redoing the energy pool again. So being aware of what in your life brings you joy, makes you laugh. And what brings laughter into your life? Or what's that experience like? And with that awareness, put that in the ball in front of you and pull towards it. Bring in the universe towards it. Now pull, and as you pull towards that ball, remember to trickle back out. And pull and trickle back out. And pull and pull and pull and trickle back out. And pull and pull and pull and trickle back out. Bring it all in from the universe, from everywhere. It could be from nature, from your house, from relationships, from the earth. I said that. From the universe. Again, pull and pull and pull into that ball. And pull again. And pull again. And pull again. And trickle out. And trickle out. And pull again. This is an exercise that you can do a few times during the day. So you become more and more aware of what that energy is, of joy and laughter for you. So when things show up in your life, you can say yes. And so you can experience more joy and laughter. So money can follow the joy. Money can follow the laughter. joy can follow the laughter. Laughter can follow the joy. I find it amazing, that it kind of feeds each other. When you experience joy, you experience laughter. You experience laughter, you experience joy. In the midst of experiencing that joy, that laughter, are you judging you? Is there something wrong? Are you judging that there is something wrong? That there's something to fix? Or is it just laughter and joy? No. So if you would like, a one-on-one session with me, you can email Devarati at devarati.ca. That's DEVARATI at DEVARATI.ca. And if you'd like to, I would like you to, is to send me an email and let me know if there's any of these tools that we talked about today that has changed something for you. Or if you have any questions about any of these tools. So again, send me an email at Devarati at devarati.ca. That's DEVARATI at devarati.ca. So what questions can you ask to stay in your joy? What choices can you make? What actions are you taking? What else is possible? This is Devarati Angela Sammon, your Joy Business Facilitator.